Hi guys, Nick60 here, coming to you with a, this is an Infiltrator Let's Play, and it will be happening a little bit sporadically at the moment, though things should clear up. This is of Novus Aeterno, and this is an indie developed game, and I personally think it's absolutely phenomenal. I'm just gonna put that out there right now. It's gone to Kickstarter, and I recommend everyone check it out, because this well, let's talk about what the game is. It's an MMO RTS, massively multiplayer online real-time strategy game, and it well, most RTSs for online are you get into the match, you build up your base, you go blow up the enemy, then you do it all over again. This is persistent. Your empire stays, and you build it, and then you compete with other empires, and there's just so much to say that, you know, why don't we just get into it for the moment, instead of continue to sit here and look at the loading screen. Now, this is really cool too, and the music's absolutely great. So the only race available right now is the humans, and let's go with sniper person right now. I restarted the empire that I was using, and this is in something called Infiltrator. I should have started with that, I'm sorry. And what Infiltrator is... Sorry? Oops. Oh, silly me. Put in my name. We're gonna go with, not Nick60, at least not right now. Silas. We're gonna enter the game. So. This is Infiltrator, so this is testing. Some of the functions have been sped up or modified for the sake of testing at the moment, but it will help give a really great look at what this game is. And I don't know that there's a whole lot of people on right now. I'm recording when I have time. I'll come up with some some better, more active times to show some fighting and stuff. We're just gonna look at a little bit of the Empire and Galaxy. So this is the starting planet. There's an outpost here, which not a whole lot at the moment. So your first objective, gonna start building things. So let's get going. This is really cool. I love this. Oh, no, stay, watch. Absolutely love the build animations. The frames are a little bad because my computer's doing some stuff at the same time. I promise you that it's much smoother normally. So let's build some more stuff. Let's build some more mines. Let's just start make a bunch of these. Need resources. Another mine. Let's build another mine. Now, next thing we're gonna make some factories. These are where everything is manufactured. That's the name, factories. This is where your ship parts come from. This is, well, yeah, this is where your ship parts and everything else comes from. So, got a good spot. Let's build one more factory now. And I absolutely love the animations for building stuff. And I'm gonna need a warehouse to store things. And like I said, some of the mechanics have been modified to fit with fit the fact that this is testing and designed to go a little faster than normal. Let's build another warehouse. Just build 2 of these for now. And I'm just kind of like, I could spread this out more, but I'm just kind of throwing this stuff together. Ooh, let's build a trade station. Unless the server restarts or I decide to start over again, this will be a good place for trading players. And we're gonna need shipyards to assemble the stuff that comes from the factories. Sorry, starting to get a little disoriented. And one more shipyard. And then finally, going to... Oh, jeez, we should have started with that. That's a spaceport, but next we're going to build some laboratories. Should have started with these, I'm an idiot. Laboratories are where research is done, and I will explain that in a second. I'm just going to build a bunch of laboratories. Enabled by advancing tech. Look at all this stuff. This is really cool. Okay, so let's build it. Just throw up one last structure for now, and then we will take a look at the actual Novus Aeterno universe. There we go. And this is my home planet. It's a nice planet, yay. There's my trade station, yay. So, got 3 moons. Moons can be populated. Not as much as a planet, but you can stick stuff there. Oopsies, I keep wanting to... There's some other planets here. Looks like there are... These are fortress shields that you see glowing around planets. You see I have one as well. Your home planet gets one of these, meaning that you will never lose your home planet. They can't bomb it to pieces or anything like that. At least that's how things will run in the normal universe. And they will be doing other universes where you can do scorched earth policy, but not in the normal universe. Thankfully, you will be able to have 2 planets with fortress shields, your starter one, and then you can build one later, and those are your safe havens. Those are where you will always have ships and resources to start, so you're not going from square one. I have mail. This is where research comes in, and we'll get back to that in a second. But as you can see, this is a big universe, because this is the 169th star system, 223rd, and it goes up for a while. And so let's go back to the planet now and start up some building stuff, and then we'll take a look at research. In fact, we don't even need to go down to the planet. We can just manage. Oops. Nope. Shipyard. And this is where I have a lot of fun. Ship designer. We've got a couple ship designs that we can use. Corvettes, destroyers, cruisers, battleships, and dreadnoughts. Each one with its own advantages and weaknesses. Let's 2 fortress shields. Let's build some corvettes. They're fast, easy to make, and expendable. I keep doing that. Ship designer. Let's see now. What are the fast? 2 weapons, 5 engines. 3 weapons, 5 engines. These guys are cheaper. Let's go with the cheap ones. So we're gonna pick a Corvette. Engines. And we're gonna go with the fastest engines we can find. We're not going to worry about You don't have to fill all these slots, but I'm going to just to make sure they're really, really fast. Shields, I don't have any research. Utilities, FTL, and offensive troop pods. Let's actually stick some troop pods and transport. And that allows us to capture planets. No, I'm not going to attack the other player planets. But if there are no claimed planets, well, I'm going to try and claim them. I already did engines. Weapons. Now let's see now. We got some projectile weapons, beam weapons, missile, more projectiles, more beams. We're not going to worry about fighters right now. Let's... Oops. Well, these guys are supposed to be expendable, so what's a cheap? That does 110, that does 1040. CP cost 120, and I'll explain the CP in a sec. Well, no, why don't I explain the CP now? How this, those are command points. Everything takes up command points. And so everyone has a set cap on how many command points that they can use. And oh, those are really cheap. Okay, go with these. And so everyone has so many that they can use to field their fleet. Really cheap ships like this you can field a lot of. Things get more expensive with bigger hulls, better equipment, more equipment. But here's the most important thing though. That better equipment. Well-researched empires will well-researched empires will have expensive ships, so they will have less of them. As opposed to new empires, which they won't be able to field the best equipment. Oops, didn't mean to come back down here. Sorry about that. But they won't be able to field the best equipment. They'll be able to field a lot of it. So it helps to sort of even out the odds. And how they get better equipment, though, is they can trade for it. They can with other players, they can find artifacts, and the staple of any RTS, research. Let's see, now we got fusion engine propulsion, come on. We got composite ceramic engineering, and we got molten compound batteries. And this will research and run, and then we can prototype, and it's a mix and match research system, and there's all kinds of development system. So complicated that I'm actually going to have to go back over some notes and stuff to explain it in better detail. But there's a lot of lateral movement and a lot of buffs that can be given to equipment, and the end result is you can get a lot of different players who have been playing for the same amount of time and doing tons of research who have none of the same stuff. And I find that really, really cool, really, really interesting. And as the devs have said, it will encourage a lot of trade, because a new player might get lucky and get this really cool thing from item or buff or whatever from all their experimenting that even a veteran player has yet to have, meaning that even a veteran player has a reason to trade for this stuff, because you can't sell the blueprints to this stuff. You can only sell the finished product, which I think is really cool. Taking a quick drink. So yeah, this stuff is running. Let's check on the ship. Should be done. I forgot to hit auto launch. Yep, I now have 5 corvettes. We're gonna launch them all. Gonna hit auto launch and then tell them auto launch because I forgot to. And we are going to have 5 little corvettes orbiting the planet.
Heading to that point.
As you can see, they use lateral thrusters and boost around and do all kinds of fun stuff like spaceships should. And so now we have this big solar system. And let's see, now we're hitting the 15-minute mark. I'm gonna make this first one a short one because there isn't trying to avoid fighting. Here's our firing arc. I'll explain more about actual fighting when we do when I get to someone to fight, but for the moment we're just gonna worry a little bit about some of this exploration stuff. So there's this planet down here. The first thing we're gonna do is activate travel speed. And what travel speed does is it makes your ship really fast, but this automatically shuts down whenever you're in combat and you go back to normal speed.
We are ready for orders.
Yeah, I'm going to explain these firing arcs a little bit. Different ships, different firing arcs, obviously. And it depends on your weapons, it depends on your research, it depends on your ship hull, because these guys only have forward-firing weapons. Does this guy have fast travel on? Oh, no, he doesn't. I need to turn that on.
Comms are clear.
There, see that speed boost? They only have forward-firing weapons, and those have some pretty good firing arcs. Some of them are narrower, some of them longer. You get the idea. And the idea, but no ship can have rear-facing weapons. So that's where the engines are. So the idea is keep your front pointed towards the enemy. Unless you have a broadside side ship, in which case keep your side pointed towards the enemy and blah 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 blah. Let's see now. That planet. Those two. Did I fast travel these guys? Yes, I did. Okay. We'll leave the last guy here. He's gonna guard this planet. So the idea is maneuvering becomes important, getting your ships behind the enemy to try to blow them to pieces. You really gotta pay attention. It's not just create a blob and throw them at the enemy. So these guys will start. There we go, one of them has. So there's no one here, yay. So we're gonna hit. Here's how we capture a planet now. This is a little Corvette. They're really not supposed to be the ones used for this, but I feel like it. Drop troops. And they're gonna move her in position. And drop troops, yay. And that's how you capture planets from enemies that don't have fortress shields, is you drop troops on them, and the idea is you will eventually overwhelm them if they don't chase you away. And the end result is you take their planet. Sorry. Train of thought. Yay, took a planet. As you can see, I'm building my empire already. Dun, 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 dun. No copyright infringement intended. And I lost my train of thought now. Bad jokes do that. So there we go. We're now building an empire. And then you go and do the same thing with these planets with research and factories and all kinds of other stuff. And then you have to defend all these planets though, and that's where things get hard, is fielding a navy that can defend all your planets and keep up with rival enemies if you want to take more planets and stuff. So let's see. Let's check in on our research. I really should have been keeping a better eye on that. Yay! Look at all this. I now have 5 planets. I can guarantee you that they won't stay that way. So we now have prototypes to research. So let's do so. We're also gonna add factory assembly operation. And like I said, this is a test server. Things get reset. I may choose to just reset my empire. The whole point is just to test things. And yeah, these guys aren't around, and if I try to attack those planets, it'll just be flies in a windshield with me. So I've shown you research, which I need to talk more about. I have shown you the basics of building, and I've captured 4 planets right now, which I will probably lose. Oh, last thing to talk about. What happens when you log off? Because that is a major problem. While we do this, I'm going to design more ships because I like doing that. A major problem with a lot of online Empire games, be it RTS or most often the management games, is the problem of what happens when I'm offline. And the answer has almost universally been get blown to pieces. And these guys have come up with a really interesting way of dealing with that problem. There's an AI that takes over, and it will command your ships in patterns to defend and hold the line in your absence, and it will replace lost ships. And so even if you might lose planets, you'll then have your navy to defend you. I am going to go with you. And I really like this. I personally really like this, in that it gives you that leeway, the fortress shields and the AI, and just and you know that, oh, if I log out for 30 seconds, then I'm just going to be history type edge that would normally come from this. You really can sort of afford to say, I've put an hour into this, and I need to go do something else, and not sit there and constantly worry about, oh, what'll happen? Is my empire going to be okay? And that concept, besides the great concept art, is what originally drew me to this game. And as I've learned more about it, and as this game has developed over the years, it really has just become absolutely fantastic. And in future episodes, I will go into more detail in all these different aspects. But for the moment, I guess I will just I will probably just leave it here to avoid going on for too long right now, and because I really should have done a better job of organizing my information before I started. I'm sorry about that. But more detail will come out, more information. Go check out the Kickstarter. This game is absolutely amazing. And the devs and everyone is absolutely amazing. It's astounding what they have done. And I will go into more detail about that. And who knows, maybe I will even get to sit here and talk with one of them. But for now, Kickstarter, they're doing live streams on Twitch TV. That link will also be in the description. Check these guys out. They are definitely worth your time. Nick60 signing off. See you guys.